You know, when you walk into a massive sports bar and see like 3 dozen screens perfectly synchronized to different games, you probably just order your wings and don't think twice about it.
Right. I mean, it looks like magic to most people.
Yeah.
But the reality behind that magic is, well, it's usually a towering, tangled nightmare of cables hidden in some back room.
Exactly. So today we are doing a deep dive into the invisible tech that prevents that exact nightmare. We're looking at spec sheets from an HDTVSupply catalog to show you how a commercial space flawlessly controls 50 screens at once without the mess.
It really is a masterclass in handling massive amounts of data and electricity elegantly, And we're looking at the user interface first. The QSC TSC 50-G3 high-definition touchscreen controller.
Okay, let's unpack this because, well, at $1,575, it's essentially a heavy-duty, highly intelligent tablet embedded right into the wall.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is the power delivery.
Right. It uses power over Ethernet, specifically PoE Class 2. But wait, slow down for a second. If it's pulling all that network data and enough electricity to run a bright commercial screen through one single standard internet cable, how does it not just like overheat or drop the signal?
Well, that's the beauty of PoE Class 2. It restricts the power delivery to a safe, low-voltage threshold. It's usually around 7 watts or so.
Oh, wow, only 7 watts.
Yeah, it's enough juice to run the screen's efficient LED backlight and the internal processor, but low enough that the Ethernet cable doesn't even get warm. Plus, it has an ambient light sensor to automatically dim the screen and save power when the room gets dark.
That makes perfect sense. And to even unlock it, the bartender just taps a badge, right?
Yes, exactly. Uses built-in NFC or near-field communication. It's the same tap-to-pay tech in your phone, just used here for secure, hands-free authentication.
Oh, nice.
Though I do have to point out an amusing contradiction in their own catalog, just to keep you on your toes.
Oh, no, don't tell me a $1,500 screen has typos in the manual.
Oh, it absolutely does. So the marketing copy promises a 1920 by 1200 resolution at 380 nits. But if you read the actual technical specification table, it lists 1280 by 720 at 450 nits.
Wait, really? That is hilarious.
Right. They actually sacrifice the sharpness of the image to make the screen brighter. Pushing 450 nits is about as bright as your smartphone on a sunny day out.
So you're basically paying for brightness, not necessarily pixel count.
Exactly. But regardless of the exact resolution, the software seems to be the real selling point here. It features a drag-and-drop UCI editor that uses CSS.
Like the basic styling language used to design websites.
Yep, the exact same one. This allows someone with virtually no IT programming experience to design and deploy custom uniform themes across an entire corporate campus or restaurant chain.
Okay, so we have this brilliant touch screen on the wall. But here's where it gets really interesting because you have a physical problem. You cannot plug 36 different cable boxes directly into a single wall tablet.
No, definitely not. You need a massive middleman hiding in the server room.
Right, and that middleman is the Wolfpack fixed HDMI matrix switcher. Now, a lot of people just assume this is a giant HDMI splitter.
Yeah, which it definitely isn't.
Exactly. A splitter just takes one signal and duplicates it to multiple TVs. A matrix switcher is totally different. It's less like a basic splitter and more like an old-school telephone switchboard operator. It dynamically patches any of the 16 incoming cable boxes to any of the 16 independent TVs on the fly without losing the signal.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the scale of what these devices can do is staggering. Take the 16 by 32 Wolfpack model, for instance.
Okay.
It manages all those high-definition video feeds, but it doesn't use standard HDMI cables to send them to the TVs.
Right, because an HDMI cable loses its signal after, what, like 50 feet? How do the TVs out on the far patio get a crystal clear feed?
Well, instead of heavy, expensive HDMI cables, the switcher actually encodes the video signal into tiny data packets. It fires those packets down cheap, standard CT6 Ethernet cables up to 450 feet away.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then a small receiver behind the TV decodes them perfectly.
So the QSC touchscreen on the wall tells the Wolfpack switcher in the server room what to do, and the switcher fires the video packets out to the patio. How do those two actually talk to each other?
They integrate seamlessly using standard IT methods. You can use TCP/IP network connections, meaning they just talk over the building's internal router, or you can use RS-232.
Ah, RS-232, the old school, ultra-reliable wired serial communication standard.
The very same. Or even a WebGUI. Either way, it gives the user flawless control over complex layouts, like giant video walls and picture-in-picture displays.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, the combination of these single cable touch interfaces and massive fixed matrix switchers has completely eliminated traditional AV chaos.
Right, you get absolute control over a massive commercial space, keeping all the ugly wires locked away in a closet.
But that centralization raises an important question, doesn't it?
It really does. We've talked about how convenient it is to control an entire environment, from video walls to ambient lighting, through a single digital touchscreen using something as simple as the tap of an NFC card.
Yeah, it's incredibly efficient.
It is, but if you are relying on a single networked access point to control the entire building, what are the cascading physical security risks if that single networked access point gets compromised?
Wow. From flawless magic to absolute chaos, all from one hacked touchscreen. Definitely something for you to mull over the next time you're enjoying the game at your favorite sports bar.